So we just saw Mike and Lucas have great success with that Ricochet Return. Two different styles. One's firmer, speed dominant lefty in Michael. And then we also had Lucas, who's a little bit more of that college bowling, end over end, speed and rev rate match type player. So we're gonna bring in another tester, Connor Johnson. Connor, why don't you come on over here to lane 22?
For sure.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, of course, happy to be here.
Appreciate it. So we're gonna get you throwing this Ricochet Return and kind of see what it does for your style. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your game and how you like to play the lanes?
Yeah, so for me, I always say that I have slower ball speed. I like to really kind of get in, wheel it, feel like I don't have to, force my swing or anything. So I typically like to throw it slower, honestly. And that's why I'm excited about this Ricochet Return. I've had the original Ricochet, thrown it for a little bit, and there's some times where I feel like it's a little strong for me.
Okay.
And with this new cover, I think it's gonna pick up a little bit sooner and maybe be more usable overall for me.
Okay, well, we'll see. It is a hybrid, so it is designed to give you a little bit more of that mid-lane traction. And also not just of being hybrid, we do have that white colorant in there too that helps to make the traction a little bit more too. So let's get you on the lanes and let's see what it does.
Let's do it.
So on 22 today we have the, they call it the Phantom pattern. It is the high school pattern that the entire state of Michigan uses for their high school leagues and tournaments.
Sure.
So it's a little bit tougher. It's not gonna be just super freewheely, throw it right, see it bounce back. It's gonna make you throw shots.
Sure.
So it's probably about 40 feet.
Okay.
Just walking down, trying to get a gauge of how far it is. I think it's about 40, but it should be pretty flat and pretty demanding. So
sure.
Let's kind of see what the Ricochet Return does.
Yeah, let's try to make a good guess here.
Yeah, that was probably as good as a guess as you can make.
I guess.
As good of a guess. So.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I really like what I saw there. So throw a couple more.
Sure.
And make sure that you are in the right zone for the ball, because obviously anything can happen once. We want to make sure that's not a fluke.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about what we see in the motion.
Sure.
So this is the same cover formulation of the HK22 Microflex, HK22C Microflex, excuse me. So it is, chemistry-wise, it is the same.
Sure.
You just have a hybrid colorant package, so you have a pearl and a solid. That's going to give you a little bit more traction in oil, and then that white in the pearl segment is going to give you more traction as well. So that's going to help it give you more of that traditional hybrid motion relative to that Ricochet pearl.
Sure. Yeah, sounds good.
Oh,
That was a
pretty
little
good.
lucky.
Little bit up the lane, but it tells you you're at least in the right zone, because that was a little up the lane and it still got to the 1-3. Granted, it was a little high and tripped the 4-pin.
A little high, but it still went through the pins pretty
Yeah.
strong, so yeah.
Let's see one more. Layout-wise,
Yeah.
is that one, where do you have the dot in that one?
A little bit down,
Okay.
kind of close to the bridge here.
Sure.
So,
Yep, so it's, for the viewers who can't see, he kind of has it, the dot is just below his ring finger. So which I think is a similar position to where you have on your Ricochet Pearl.
Similar,
so
yes.
I'm gonna wanna see you throw that one.
sure, yeah.
And it looks like you might have broken the shine on that one a little bit too.
I
from
did break
use.
the shine on that one, so.
So at least it'll give us a gauge on how these two balls will compare.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's another great shot. So do you feel like you need anything? Do you feel like this is lining up or matching up perfectly to this lane pattern?
I feel like this looks pretty decent right now.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, standing a lane over and watching from the side, I wouldn't change anything necessarily. But I want to see how versatile the ball is too.
Sure.
So do you feel more comfortable moving right or moving outside and playing a little bit firmer and straighter? Or would you prefer to throw it slower and curve it more?
Sure, typically I like moving in further left and throwing it a little bit slower, so I'd say I'm more comfortable with that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'd be down to get that
Yeah,
shot.
let's try and go something silly. Let's go 5 or 6 left with our feet.
Sounds good to me.
Move deeper inside and kind of tell us what adjustments you feel like you're going to have to make with your hand or your ball speed in order to get the ball to still work.
So moving 5 left here, I'm definitely going to move a little bit up on the approach here, just so my feet get a little bit slower and make
Slow
my
your
ball
feet
speed
down,
a little.
get your ball speed down.
Exactly, yeah.
That's another trick that you can do at home or when you're practicing is help manage your ball speed. If you want to try and get your ball speed up to try and throw a little bit faster, take a half a step back in the approach or a step back, That's going to get your feet, your brain knows you have to end up at the foul line. So it's going to make your feet go faster, which is going to get your ball speed faster. That's how you gain ball speed, is by getting your feet faster. And conversely, if you want to try and bog down and throw a little bit slower, move a half a step up, your brain knows you still have to end up at the same place, so you're going to take shorter, slower steps, which will help your ball speed be slower.
Yeah,
so if you're going to try and throw it a little bit slower and curve it more, you're going to move up a little bit and try and slow your speed down. Are you going to do anything hand position wise to get more rotation?
I might try to rotate it a little bit. I'm not going to try to do anything too different, just because this ball's already coming off the pattern.
It looked like it's facing up pretty good now, so I would probably say start with the same hand position and kind of go from there.
Cool.
Okay. Oh. Execution-wise, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 5 out of 10?
It was a decent shot, not bad.
Okay.
But yeah, that one definitely boomeranged off the pattern there. I think
that's a testament to how flat the lane pattern is. Like when you get deeper, you don't really have the help to get the ball down the lane, because it's flat. Not only is it flat side to side, but it's also front to back flat as well.
Sure.
Okay, so you just made a big move. You still went through the face, or you went through the face.
Yep.
So what would your move be off of that? Would you try and spin it more? Would you try and throw it in the air? What would be your thought process going to try and get it to the go?
Yeah, there's a couple things I could do with this one. I think it's important to consider, like you said, the lane condition's flat, so moving left isn't necessarily going to help all the time. So off of that, I think I could still kind of keep that ball speed slow, but try to come up the back a little bit more to get that ball to roll end over end a little bit more.
That way, when it sees the friction, it doesn't change direction as laterally.
Exactly.
Right? It's going to go a little bit more end over end, a little bit more forward.
Sure. Yeah.
So let's see that hand position change. One of the cool things about the color scheme on the Ricochet Return is it's bright and there is some contrast. So whatever changes you make with your hand, you will see it as it goes down the lane. So it's going to be like a training tool while you're practicing, where you can you'll get a gauge of how the ball's coming off your hand to what it translates to on the lane. So
100%,
you'll see what the ball's actually doing because of what you did to it.
Yeah. A little up the lane there.
A little up the lane, but you're not getting any help from there.
Sure, yeah.
You know, so,
pattern's pretty flat, ball's pretty shiny, so.
And where you were before, it was position A, right? You kind of just took a guess and it happened to be the right guess.
Yeah.
So you can't necessarily optimize what's already optimized. So,
sure. Yeah,
but
100%.
I want to see how this Ricochet Pearl does for you.
Yeah.
It looks like the dot is in a similar position. It's pinned down as well, or dot down as well. And now when you did break the shine on, like you said, because it's got a lot of games on it, you used it in some tournaments and bowling.
Used it a little bit. It doesn't have too many games on it, but it's definitely got the shine knocked off at one point. So
yeah, out of the box it was super shiny. So super clean, really sensitive to oil a little bit, but that's kind of what it was designed for. It was clean, and then when it saw friction, it had a lot of energy left, so it can go.
100%, yeah.
So let's see what it does now for you.
Sure.
I would imagine it might be a nice, more predictable step down on this.
Yeah.
But with the compound taken off, or the shine taken off, it might be a little bit earlier, so which might make it smoother.
Yeah,
let's see
what happens.
Are you standing up in the same spot you were going flush with the return?
Yeah, that's where I'm going to start.
Okay.
I do possibly anticipate this going a little bit high, but we'll see. We'll see. It might surprise me. Oh, well,
yeah, I thought
color me surprised.
I thought that was a decent shot. But
yeah, that was way more predictable than I thought it was going to be.
A little arcier, a little bit of a tamer cover. It does have sparkle in there, which is going to help it dig a little bit, but it's not going to have the same effect as the Ricochet Return does, being a hybrid and having that white in there.
Sure, 100%, yeah.
So yes, that was pretty good. I think we saw a decent amount of difference between the two.
100%.
When you were going high flush with that return, then you went to this one, you kind of went light mixer. There's two balls that don't do the same thing. It's kind of the goal. We don't want balls to do everything the same. So.
100%, yeah. And for those of you who might be nervous, saying, "Oh, it's another Ricochet, same core, it's going to be the same ball," cover can do a lot.
Yeah,
it really can dictate
plays
ball
a big role.
a lot. So they're definitely different, as you can hopefully see there.
And not even just cover, because chemically, these are the same covers, same additives, same bases, same cohesion to start with, you know. So it's more than just cover. It goes into colorants, it goes into
100%.
you know, finish prep, it goes into all that stuff plays a big role. So tuning the cover and finding the right cover for the ball motion that we're looking for when we're developing the ball is our main focus. We want to make sure we have the right cover for our goals.
Sure. Yeah.
So let's pick these up. Let's head over to the house pattern lane.
Cool.
We're going to go over to lane 23 and kind of see how they work in that environment.
Yeah.
I was impressed with how it did on the sport pattern.
This
is, you know, we haven't designed it to really be a fresh pattern ball.
Sure. Yeah.
However, being a fairly fresh sport pattern and having the pin down or the dot down to give you a little more control, that probably helped it match up even better. So
sure.
It was quite impressive.
Cool.
All right, so go ahead and grab that Ricochet Return. Give it a good wipe. When you're bowling league on a normal house pattern, where do you normally like to set up and stand?
Kind of depends how I'm throwing the ball, I guess. If I'm trying today,
yeah,
I would say definitely pretty far left, around 4th arrow. I'd say is where I'd start.
Okay.
But
with your slower speed, slightly rev dominant, and
sure,
you do have a pretty heavy roll. So it is making the ball kind of traction and dig in soon. So
sure, yeah, I tend to struggle getting the ball to slow down sometimes. So tend to like to get in and wheel it, you know.
Yeah, which is part of the reason why you probably like dot down or pin down layups
sure,
too, because it just gives you a little bit of control and helps the ball not see the front of the lane as much. So
sure.
All right, go ahead and let's give it a whirl and see what we got.
Let's see what we got. All right.
Okay. Not a bad first shot.
Could have been worse. Definitely got to move right off of that one though.
Yeah, a little bit. There's especially coming off of that sport pattern, there's a lot more oil in the middle of the lane.
Sure, yeah.
You know, so you don't have to try and float it or be as nice to it. You can kind of be a little bit more aggressive and get after it a little bit more.
Right. Yep.
So
yeah,
let's kind of make our moves here. And obviously this is your first shots on a house pattern here in this bowling center, so you didn't know what you're going into, so.
Cool. Hey-yo.
Okay, well, so we're getting closer. So I almost feel like for this pattern, for your style, you need the ball to slow down a little bit more.
Sure, yeah.
You know, so whether that's doing it with your tempo, same thing we did over here, where, you know, moved up a half a step,
sure,
try and get your feet a little bit slower. That way you're getting the ball a chance to read before, you want the ball to read the middle of the lane,
100%,
right? You want it to start doing something before the end of the lane pattern. So if you try and slow your speed down, that just gives the ball a chance to try and start digging in. So
sure, yeah.
I would, position-wise, that looked really good. I would just try and get it to just pick up just a smidge sooner.
Yeah, I think I'll do a speed change here, try to get the ball a little bit slower, hopefully see that mid lane a little bit and not get too far down the lane.
There you go.
There we
Much
go.
better, much better.
It's a little bit better.
Yeah, and you can see that ball, like, the term we use a lot is slow down or speed up,
sure,
right? So if the ball is reading the lane right way and it's starting to change direction, we call that slowing down. That one definitely slowed down much better. You know, before they were speeding up, it almost like they hydroplane, they get to a spot where they don't slow down in the right part of the lane.
Sure.
So it looks like they never pick up at all.
Sure.
So that one actually, you gave it a chance to start digging in, and it looked great. Drove through the pins great.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, not my best shot there, but
it's still, because your speed's dialed in correctly, or
sure,
for at least what the lane's trying to tell you to do,
still got to the pocket.
ball still reads the lane the right way and gets the, that's when you can take advantage of what the lane pattern's giving you and the house pattern's giving you.
Sure.
Right? So,
yeah.
But good. So I want to see that Ricochet Pearl
Yeah.
compared to that one as well. Bowling on the sport pattern over here, it was what looked like a significant step down, which took you by surprise a little bit.
It did.
You know?
It did, 100%.
So I want you show us. I would stand in the same spot you were with that Ricochet Return.
Yeah.
The same speed adjustment, dial it down a little bit,
Sure.
kind of see what it does.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see how much more tame it is.
A lot more tame.
Right?
100%,
Which,
yeah.
being the same cover formula, same core, same really strong core, you know, it's a low RG, it's 248 and change, and 054 diff, so it's got a big motor inside. And even with a pin down layout, you see how much it's flaring. And having a stronger cover, just the fact that having a hybrid version of it with those different changes to the hybrid colorants, just get it the traction that much more and make it that much better. So that's cool. It's pretty cool to see what these balls do compared to each other.
Yeah.
With even those subtle differences with the covers, it makes a big difference on the lane. So Connor, I appreciate it. Do you have any final thoughts on the Ricochet Return?
100%, yeah. First of all, I just want to point out the shelf appeal on this thing. It looks insane going down the lane.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun to throw. I like how easy it is through the front part of the lane. I don't feel like I have to, jam it to get it down the lane and, miss the fronts, because I bowl on a lot of high friction centers. So that's really cool to see for me. And yeah, I'm impressed.
And,
I really
and
am.
being a player who typically doesn't have a ton of ball speed,
Yeah,
you probably like seeing a ball that gets through the lane pretty easily without you having to force it.
sure, yeah. Yeah, I
So-
really like seeing that out of this one, so.
Yeah. So it's done pretty good for our testers so far today. We'll have Lauren come in. You've seen Lauren in a bunch of our other videos. She's a speed dominant, higher speed, lower rev player who's going to play a little bit straighter. So we'll get to see it in that kind of player's hands. So stay tuned. We'll get Lauren out here and we'll keep going.